size. Designed to keep high-tide flood water atop the street. The original seawall is the shorter one in front. It was left intact because of its historic value. And if you look across the marina to your right, you see part of our beautiful bridge. Simply time for a new bridge. Time for the mud bridge. This one has a working drawbridge in this section. This is stop 16 at the municipal marina. To exit here, please right side only. Remember to wait for the bell before you back down ladder style. Using the hand holds and upright. Stop 16. Good afternoon, ladies. Welcome aboard. A bell means we are back in motion. Please stay in your seats. Arms, legs, and belongings inside at all times. No smoking or drinking of alcohol on the trolley. Now, the original bridge was called simply the Matanzas River Bridge. Sometime after it was completed, a local doctor donated a pair of carved marble lions to the city for the bridge. Folks started referring to it as the Bridge of Lions. The name stuck. Called the Bridge of Lions ever since. If you look across the plaza to your left, you see the tallest building downtown, the Exchange Bank building. It was completed in 1927, same year as the original bridge. There was a building boom in Florida in the 1920s. Many large structures such as these were built throughout the state prior to the Great Depression. And sometime after the building was completed, the city enacted an ordinance limiting the height of the buildings along the bayfront. Nothing can be taller now than 3 stories, about 35 feet in height. Because of that ordinance, we have a rather unique Hilton Hotel here in St. Augustine. I'll show you two in just a moment. In the meantime, if you look to the right, you have a nice view of the bridge and those lions. The lions were carved out of Carrara marble from Italy. The lion on the left is named Firm. The lion on the right is named Faithful. Firm and Faithful. Taken from our city motto. I mentioned our building ordinance and the unique Hilton Hotel. We're passing it right about now. All those 2-story bungalows on your left. And that's right, folks. That's what a Hilton looks like in America's oldest city. That's your typical Hilton Hotel, isn't it? In fact, I was told that's the smallest Hilton Hotel anywhere in the world. If you look back to your right, you'll see where Matanzas Bay empties into the Atlantic Ocean. In the 1940s, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers were out there dredging out the inlet. Much to their surprise, they also dredged up some panic, evidence of shipwrecks. It concluded that back in the days when this was an active port, the cannons here at the Castillo de San Marcos were amazingly accurate. They were sinking ships over 2 miles out to sea. Just one of many reasons this boat was never taken in battle. Changed hands a couple of times during peaceful treaties, but never forcibly taken in battle. This is stop 17. Now, the Castillo de San Marcos National Monument, operated by the National Park Service. To exit the trolley here, please wait for the bell before you back down ladder style, using the hand hold and upright. Stop 17. You may exit on either side of the trolley. Please be careful. Folks, as I mentioned, this is a national monument operated by the National Park Service, which means if you happen to have a National Park Service pass tucked away in your personal wallet you forgot about, you may use it for your admission into the fort.
Ito na ituwas doon niya. Sakay nga punta, naam ko sa number 2. Number 2 sila dali. Ito ng mga kali-kali.
Unta dito?
Pili ka itong
Pwede ka mga unta dito?
town, old town.
Asam ka mga unta?
Itong nagkakanan galing. Ito may mga street.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome aboard Old Town Trolley. My name is Robert. Some folks call me the Dread Pirate Robert. That bell means we are back in motion. Please stay in your seat. Arms and legs and belongings inside at all times. There is no smoking a banquet trolley. If you look to your right, you'll see some patches of white on the face of the fort. That's what remains of the original plaster. Upon completion, the entire fort was covered in plaster and painted to match the Spanish military flag, which flies over the fort most days. Now they've got a different flag up today. That's the second Spanish occupation flag. You see the other flag throughout the city quite often. It has a silver white background with a jagged red X through the center. Sometimes called the cross of Burgundy. The body of the fort was white. The round bastions on the corners painted red. They're warning to all that this was a Spanish fort.
17 naman na siya. So, around 5.
The fort's called a castillo, Spanish for a castle, because it was constructed much the same way you would build a European-style castle. Fort's surrounded by the dry mud on the landward side. There's my buddy Ice Spike. And you enter the fort by means of a drawbridge, just like a medieval castle. It took 23 years to build the fort, using 400,000 coquina blocks that were quarried over on Anastasia Island and floated across the Kansas Bay on barge. You can quarry coquina like you would quarry stone, but since you're bringing the blocks out of the water, you have to let them dry out before you can use them. For at least 1 year, sometimes in 2 years or even 3. After that, coquina makes a very durable building material, with the added benefit of being somewhat absorbent of cannonball, which is a nice feature when you're building a fort. At one point, Henry Flagler wanted to tear the fort down. He thought it was ugly. Well, we told Henry Flagler no about anything, and we're glad for that. I come back next on the tour stop to 18 Ripley's, believe it or not, museum. You see part of the building on your right through the trees. Originally the winter home of William Ward. He was from Philadelphia. A partner in Standard Oil with John D. Rockefeller and Henry Flagler. He was also president of the St. Augustine Gas and Electrical Company. He built this home in 1887. It was called the Warden Castle. Built in the Moorish Revival style that was so popular in the city at the time. Also built using the layered poured concrete method, the first pioneered here by Franklin Smith. Ward built this home for himself and his family. He had one wife, one son, and 13 daughters. Yes, you heard me correctly. The man had 13 daughters.
Oh, wow.
All right, there's more. Upon completion, that beautiful winter home had one bathroom inside.
Wow.
I know, right? You do the math. In 1941, Norton Baskin and his wife, Marjorie Kennan Rawlings, acquired the property. She was the Pulitzer Prize-winning author of The Yearling and Cross Creek. They remodeled a home and turned it into a hotel. During this time, they had a guest named Robert Ripley. He eventually wanted to buy the property. He had plans to turn it into his very first museum. In the midst of negotiations in 1949, Robert Ripley suddenly died. The next year, 1950, his estate completed the purchase. Later that same year, the very first Ripley's opened right here in America's oldest city. Stop 18, Ripley's, believe it or not, museum. If you exit here, please back down ladder style using the handholds and uprights. The original Ripley's. 70 years old this past fall. Opened up in either October or November, I believe. And we are back in motion. Please stay in your seat. Arms and legs of belongings inside at all times. Folks, if you look to your right, you'll see the head, back, and shoulders of a copy of Michelangelo's famous statue of David behind those heads. That's one of only 2 copies in the world made to the exact specifications of the original. This one also made out of Carrara marble, like the original, like our lions on the Bridge of Lions. And in case you're wondering, and you probably are, no, he's not wearing a stitch of clothing either. That's why he's hiding behind those bushes. When we say exact roughly, no, we mean exact. Very literal here at Old Town Trolley. All right, folks, our next stop on the tour is right across the street. Stop 19, our San Marco Welcome Center. This is an exclusive stop on our Old Town Trolley tour. Proper discounts on tickets to most area attractions. It's always a good idea to check with us before you buy. To make reservations for one of our Augustine Summer tours. Those tours start here every evening. Please arrive 15 minutes before your tour begins. And as always, if you plan to exit the trolley here, please wait for the bell before you back down ladder style. Using the handles and upright. Right side only, please. This is stop 19.
Hindi mo kasi manao. Pinag-rate sa 2 manao.
Oo, pwede ra. Kaya aron dili ta magbaklay kay init tayo.
Stop 19, all aboard.
Or
Ate, may paypay oh. Asap na mga pagpulong na
Have my board, folks?
Bucket burger up.
gada-gada.